That's for losers, man. I don't get involved in that stuff, but.
And Rashad Milligan rolling out.
That's a good question.
Brandon, you want one quick question?
We can't ask Rashad question.
Hey, Rashad.
Yes, sir. Y'all know what time it is, man. It's 2:04 a.m. Eastern time. That means I beat my goal of going live before 2:30, and I took a nap. W's. My name is Rashad Milligan. If you're new to the channel, this is the road to 5K subs, man. First things first, we're going to go up here with this thing. You guys seen the title is Diddy/Ross, question mark. This is my first time watching this. I saw this earlier and I was like, oh yeah, I'll just add this to the thing because I skipped the Diddy trial update yesterday. So yeah, this is 2 minutes. Let's see what happens.
I told you. You just may want to follow me for the updates. Number one, although I am a content creator, I can say what I want to say because I'm not in bed with the media. And I told you and I promised you I am going to bring you the facts of the case. I am in the courtroom. Rick Ross, remember that name. Kanye West, remember that name. Allegedly. And listen. This is way bigger than you think. If you don't follow me on YouTube, you should be. I've been telling y'all this is way bigger than you think. And the government is the big bad wolf. The government is the big bad wolf that has come to blow your house down. Kanye West, allegedly. Rick Ross, allegedly. When I tell you, baby, it is going down. And not only that, the government didn't want the names to be released. Y'all, there is an underground sex ring going on in Hollywood, okay? An underground sex ring, okay? These women are being put up for auction and they are going for the highest price, okay? Now listen, this stuff, I told you a while back, let me take off my glasses. Remember I told you a while back, this is way bigger than you think? Listen, who owns Revolt Television? Comcast. And I told you all a long time ago, I said, I think this stuff is being streamed underground in the dark underground. And this stuff is being live streamed because who has sex for 2 days straight? Nobody has sex for 2 days straight. But guess what? If I live stream it in the dark web, if I live stream it and I sell it for a big price, and if a particular rapper is okay being in a room with people watching his wife get knocked down in Vegas, remember that because we're going live tonight. I am Queen Sheba, y'all. When I tell you the big bad wolf, aka the feds, have come to blow your house down. Kanye West, blow your house down. Rick Ross, your name. The feds has your name. It is going down. You heard it here first.
I'm not woke enough. I'm just not woke enough. I'm man enough to admit when I'm like, I'm not woke enough. And that was a moment, 2 minutes, where I was just not woke enough. I have no idea what she is, what I was kind of following, but not really. I not know what was really going on. Here we go. I'm gonna just go to Lauren and see if Lauren can break this down for me.
Day 23, U.S. versus Sean Combs, and Kanye West was in the building. However, he was not in the courtroom. He shows up, he gets out of the car, it's like a whole big media frenzy, and he goes through security where you have to give up your phone, all this stuff. But there's a very strict process to get into the courtroom, and you have to be on a list ahead of time. And we were told that he was going to go into the overflow room. Now, I know that didn't happen. I know that he left for lunch with, I believe, Christian Combs and some of Diddy's crew. So I don't know if he's coming back after lunch, but I was like, yeah, there's no way he's going to go into overflow. And I think that my assumptions were correct as to who Jane went to Vegas with on this private jet, this iconic rapper, because it would have been intimidation, I guess, if he came yesterday and sat in the courtroom during Jane's testimony. That's what I think. But anyway, let's get to juror number 6. This issue was not as salacious as we all originally thought it was. Juror number 6, they brought up that he was not living in the district that he had originally indicated, and he was having some kind of conversation with a jury staff member, and it kind of came up. It was super innocent, but it didn't really match what he said during voir dire or what was on the transcript. So he was questioned, I think, twice. And the government, their concern is that he was being deceitful, and the defense is like, you know, they're just like, who cares? We have no issue with this. Plus, he's one of 4 black jurors, and this is racial bias if you get rid of him. And the judge is like, okay, I just want to get this out of the way. No bias here whatsoever. But he said, you know, he also was kind of like, I don't think it's a big deal, but the answer here, since, you know, the government has a problem with it, would be to question him again. And the defense just said, we don't want to question him for a third time because that will affect, you know, how he feels during deliberations, and he'll feel singled out, and we just don't want to do that. And they actually said, you know, we will forfeit any appellate issues or any appeals if Mr. Combs is convicted with this juror on the jury, and you know, we'll waive everything. And Alexandra Shapiro even kind of said, Mr. Combs is right here, and you know, he'll agree to it. And then the judge is like, do you waive the appeal, you know, pertaining to this, Mr. Combs? And he actually goes, I waive it. And that was a funny moment. So yeah, it wasn't as crazy as we thought it would be, but they are most likely going to question this juror by the end of the day in private, so it didn't hold anything up. So we'll see. I have a feeling that he'll stay. But they had an issue this morning about the testimony of the HSI agent that we were about to see, because he seized a bunch of guns from the LA home, Diddy's LA home, but he could not confirm whether or not the guns were in the safe when they were found, which was a really important, note for the defense. The defense, oh my gosh, sorry. The defense was kind of like, we think it's really important that the jury knows that these guns, they were not strewn about the house, they were in a safe in the security room, and the fact that this special agent can't tell us this is a huge problem. And Agnifilo was like, he shouldn't even be able to testify. So they seemed to work it out where the government would ask a certain line of questioning around the safe and the guns in the security room, and then when Agnifilo got up there to cross-examine him, he just really made sure to say, okay, so you saw kids' rooms in the house, you saw, you know, all these different rooms, but the guns you found, they were only in the security room, because he has a whole security staff. And the special agent, and his name is Andre Lamont, he said yes. And he also said that, there were 6 guns found. And I'll go through the evidence in a minute. There were 6 guns found. Only one of them was defaced, he thought, with maybe something like a sander, because it was very smooth. And we saw in the safe there were racks for the guns, but in the pictures that we saw, they were laid out on 2 different chairs. And essentially his explanation for why there were no pictures before is that HSI did not go in and seize these guns first, that the CERT team did, because whenever there's weapons in the house, it's the CERT team's job to go in and ensure that the weapons are dismantled and that everybody is safe. So that was sort of his answer to that. And let me just go through the rest of the evidence that was found at Diddy's LA home, which is on Mapleton. There were 6 envelopes of K. There was a baggie of MDMA in a safe. There was 200 bottles of baby oil and 900 bottles of Astroglide. And the Astroglide, by the way, was stacked in it was in the garage in these giant, 10 giant boxes. Looked like you got them from Amazon or something like that, but it was wild. And then the guns. There was 5 rifles and...
Hold on. Interesting.
1 Glock. Yeah. So also, and then during Agnifilo's cross-examination,
What up, Nate? What up, Nate?
He kind of, he said, Special Agent Lamont, you testified that you've done 50 to 60 searches like this, and you work in the human trafficking department. And he said yes. And Agnifilo said, in all of your 50 to 60 raids, how many times have you seized baby oil or Astroglide from an operation? And he said, once, this one. And then Agnifilo said, and yeah, you seized that all throughout the house, right? And he did. We saw this in the bathroom. We saw baby oil, I mean, stacked on shelves in the master bedroom. And so, yeah, he said, yes, it was all around the house. And then Agnifilo had this little like mic drop moment, I guess, because he goes, and the guns, those were only in the security room. And he's like, yes. So yeah. And then he kind of made the jury laugh a little bit because he told him to have a good, he told them to have a good time in New York. Oh man, I really pray that stops soon. Okay, I only have a few other things to go through. Hold on, I'll stop for a minute to see if. Okay, I walked away, so it's a little bit fainter. But yeah, that was the extent of that. And then we actually, there was a moment where Maureen Comey said that Diddy was nodding again during the cross-examination, but not at the jury, just in general. But she said, you know, I can't really see what's going on, but I've been told by my colleagues that he's still nodding. And Brian Steele was like, Your Honor, my client has been nothing but professional. And the judge actually kind of agreed, and he's like, look, oh, there we go. The judge was like, there's going to be a number of reactions here, and I'm not going to be able to police them all, but, you know, given what happened the other day with Mr. Combs, like he knows, so we'll keep an eye on that. But and look, he does nod, but I would say since he's gotten yelled at, he's not looking at the jury anymore, but like, yes, he nods. Okay, then we started the direct examination of Jonathan Perez, who was another assistant of Diddy's from 2021 to 2024, and he essentially is kind of saying the same thing. I would say there's nothing crazy, no bombshells or anything like that. He helped set up hotel rooms. He testified that he would connect with Philip Pines, another assistant, to get weed. He would go through KK a lot when it came to the hotel setups. He communicated with Jane as well. But he didn't do a ton of setups because he really worked mainly during the day. He said he worked from 9 to 9. So, and this guy seemed like he was in good spirits. He also got immunity. I saw him nod at Diddy when he walked in, give him like a little bit of a half smile. And yeah, he said, you know, he would go shopping for some of the outfits that Jane would wear, and he would pay for this in either cash that he got from security or his credit card through Bad Boy. So yeah, I don't expect there to be a ton this afternoon. They're gonna probably finish up Jonathan Perez's cross, and then they might go through some more evidence. But I did get confirmation that as I was doing this video, that Kanye was not on the list, so he could not get in the courtroom. That is so wild, but yeah. All right, I'll have another update later today. Let's see what happens.
Let me see.
Hey, what's going on?
Not much. How long have you known Diddy for?
Almost 40 years.
Oh my, that's wild.
That's a long time.
Yeah,
right?
that is a really long time. So you were my source here today.
Yes.
About Kanye West,
Yes.
right? Now, he was not on the list. Is that essentially what happened?
Yes, sort of, kind of, but he was on the list, but he chose not to go in there, and so he went to the overflow room because he didn't want to disrupt anything by just walking in there.
Wait, he went to Overflow?
Yes, he wanted to, yes.
Oh.
Ain't that cool?
Wait, I did not even, okay, so I heard that he did not even go to Overflow. Okay.
No, he did.
Wow,
and
okay.
And he did it on his own remission. He wasn't on a list and all that kind of, you know, it's something that he wanted to do. He didn't want to disrupt anything, the proceedings that was happening at that time. He didn't want to disrupt anything. So he said, you know what? I just wanted, because he literally came here just to check on Puff.
Yeah, okay.
Right? He didn't come here to get any looks. He didn't come here to get Kanye showed up. He didn't do that. It's like somebody buy you a gift anonymously, right? Mm-hmm. They just want to make sure you got the gift.
Yeah.
Well, Puff got the gift. The gift was his presence and his love and his respect that he got for Diddy. And that's all that was, you know. And,
okay.
And the family appreciate him for that. That was really, really dope of him.
Wow. I can't believe he went to Overflow. I cannot believe that. Yeah.
He did not want. He didn't want all the cameras and the glitz and the glamour. He didn't want to do none of that. He just wanted to show. He just wanted to come and to show his support and let Puff know he was here. And that was it. He stayed about maybe good 20 minutes, half an hour.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Okay.
He chilled out.
Okay.
You know? It wasn't a big old entourage. It was just, you know, I'm popping in, checking on my guy, and I'm out.
Okay.
And he did that. And yeah, we love you for that, man. That was really, really honorable. people, and we respect you.
Wow. Okay, I'm glad I cleared that up because I definitely reported some wrong information about him not going into the overflow room at all. So, yeah, this is helpful. So, thank you.
I don't know if you guys seen the clip of Tia Kemp going back to this lady's thing. But she was like, when Kanye went, she was like, Young Miami, go ahead. She said, Rick Ross, go ahead, go visit your friend, go see your friend. Y'all was all up under Puff when he was free, and now, you know what I'm saying, all of y'all were nowhere to be found. My thing with this has always been the same thing. It's just like, how was everybody cool with Puff? How was everybody at the Diddy parties? But then, like, when Diddy got in trouble, everybody was like, "Oh, I wasn't at that type of Diddy party." Like, it's literally like none of y'all were at that type. So it was just empty parties of a bunch of no names. Cassie and Craigslist were all right. Next thing, man. Next thing, this Doja Cat thing. And there's many layers to this Doja Cat story, by the way. So we are gonna get here. I want to open up before we go any further with this Doja Cat thing and say, yes, I realize what this is. Like, this is on the surface level, extremely, extremely silly story. At the current time that I'm recording this and making this video, it's at the time of like nationwide protests with the ICE and things of that sort. And protests against the Trump administration, things of that sort, with the American citizens versus the government. Because here in Atlanta, for example, we had downtown a mass protest against ICE and everything, and the anti-King protests and things like that. Pretty much just saying, like, we are under a dictatorship. Anyways, in the same city in Atlanta, like off of Shamley Tucker Road on a kind of like the north side and stuff like that, kind of towards Norcross or whatever, I believe that's the area. ICE was there. ICE was there, and they had a raid, and they had multiple police cars and all these things and stuff like that. So it's real stuff going on right now. I acknowledge that there are bigger things than Doja Cat's alleged musty gate, 100%. However, when you look beyond the surface, this is a conversation just about general life. So yeah, with that being said, if you guys never seen it, there's this viral video about a week ago of Doja Cat and a fan, and he gave her the shirt off of his back and things of that sort to her, and she was like, "Oh, thank you so much." And randomly, Doja Cat just tweeted about it a week later and deleted it. But you know, Doja Cat has how many million followers? Like 3 million followers. So of course, one of the 3 million. Once you get to a certain level, bro, everything you tweet, so many hundreds of thousands of people have your and she has 5.7 million, actually 5.7 million followers. So it's like at that level, at a certain level, you have hundreds of thousands of people with your notifications on. They're going to see every single thing you tweet, bro. And it's going to be news, every single thing you tweet. So she said, bottom line is, I'll smile at you, but that doesn't mean that I rock with you. And don't touch me and manhandle me. And you don't even really know me. If you know, you know. I honestly think I need to stand up for myself in the moment sometimes. And he didn't even know my name. To be touching me and kissing on my face like that is crazy. And I threw that musty shirt away, by the way. So that's what she said about the.
I'm about to give my shirt to Doja Cat because she's the iconic girl.
Period.
No, bitch, you deserve it. Literally, and if you ever want anything more, I got you, always. This is the girl right here. I love you, Dad. Thank you so much.
Happy Pride Month.
Pablo.
Nice to meet you.
Wait, what's your real name? Or is it Doja? Your name?
Ami.
Ami, so nice to meet you, girl.
Nice
You're
to meet
beautiful.
you.
I hope you have the best night. You're literally everything in the world.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Period.
My girl, Ami. Love you, dog. Don't say thank you.
You smell great.
All right, I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't remember the video being that bad. Rewatching this, she looks uncomfortable, bro. I'm not even gonna lie to you. She looks uncomfortable in the video. The only thing was like she said, "You smell great." Like it was no need to lie. If the boy was musty, the boy was musty. But he was doing a lot. I'm not even gonna hold you, bro. Buddy was doing a lot, bro. Buddy was doing a lot, bro. Like, so because he said before the video, she asked for it because he said, "Hey, I have this brand of t-shirts," and she said, "Oh, I want one." And he said, "What's your size?" And then he said, "Oh, I could give you this one right now." And then she said, "Oh, for real?" And he said, "Okay, cool." And then they made the video. So now you look at this, and it's like, okay,
Period.
I'm giving you the shirt on camera. That's it. All right. Thank you for taking it. We appreciate Doja Cat, everything like that. Hot boys, kiss girl, whatever the word is, right? T-shirts out now everywhere on hotboys.com, whatever the case is, right? Thank you, Doja Cat. Buddy went like this. He hands on the shoulders, hugged her. Hey, you deserve it, Doja Cat. If you know, you know. This is a lot, bro. But she didn't have to take the shirt though. She agreed to take the shirt before they recorded. That's the thing. It was like because he said, "Hey, Doja Cat, I have this brand, I have this t-shirt brand, this and that." And then she said, "Oh, I'll take one right now." And he said, "Oh, can we record it?" She said, "Okay, cool." So it's like he did do a lot when they actually recorded it. Oh, Doja Cat. He did a lot. I'm not even gonna lie to
And
you.
if you ever want anything more, I got you always.
Like he's super close to her.
This is the
Period.
Hugged her
Happy
with
Pride
two arms.
Month.
And now it's grabbing her with two hands.
Pablo. Wait, what's your real name? Or is it Doja?
And now still move from her shoulders to her biceps, now to her elbows. Bro, I don't know you, bruh. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know you, bruh. I don't know you, bro. I'm not even gonna lie to you. And I was on Buddy's side the whole time when his side came out and everything like that. And I'm seeing the whole online discussion. That's what I went into this with. I went to taking bro's side and explaining like, Doja, you being fake, woo, this and that. I ain't gonna lie, he was doing a lot, bro.
So nice to meet you, bro. You're beautiful. I hope you have the best night.
Now, Doja doing all this though, like, what is we doing though? Like, this was like what you he being all touchy. I'm trying to defend you. You done wrap your leg around his leg. That don't even make no sense. And she's smiling. And she said you smell good. So she lied. She got more and more. She matches energy with the touchy, Philly. So it's hard for me to, you know what I mean? It's hard for you to, you know what I mean? Take your side.
The best night. You're literally everything.
It's got 46.5 million views. Musty Gate for real.
Thank you.
All right. I don't think nothing was what she was feeling was wrong at all. She was just playing it cool on camera, knowing how people switch stories. She's a good actor because I thought this was a cute fan moment. And yeah, so that's what he said in the video. I think it's a big misunderstanding. She's very valid for feeling violated, and he thought it was all good vibes and his intentions seemed pure fan love. I hope they talk and resolve this. There's nothing to talk about, bro. He's a fan. She's Doja Cat. She not about to talk. Like, if you know Doja Cat, I don't know Doja Cat, but I seen her rants about her fans. She feels like she owes no fans no explanation, bro. Like, she don't even owe that man that conversation. I hope they talk and resolve this. I don't see any wrong sides, just miscommunication. Don't hate to neither. I don't know if y'all saw this, but there's this walking out. Boo. I didn't get that money, I guess. And then he used the who song Shoreline Mafia. I'm walking how I feel. I'm never been a musty. Everywhere I go, they want to touch me. Musty. Ooh, my brother, I'm musty. But he's selling it for $28, my brother. It's crazy. $28 is crazy for a white beater that says musty. But I ain't gonna lie, people, especially out in LA, will definitely pay for that. So salute to him for all the profit he's about to make off of this. 46 million views, 46.5 million views. He's gonna make a pretty penny. Like, say only 2% of 47 million pay for it, bro. Like, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. You're gonna make a lot of money. Anyways, there's that. There's some people who had takes on this. If you're a woman, you know where she's coming from. Hold on. I gotta stop the share screen and share it back again. Give me a second here. If you're a woman, you know where she's coming from. You act polite, try not to escalate the matter, then later regret for not standing up for yourself in uncomfortable situations. Plus, she was so drunk, she might have seen the video later and realized how much he took advantage of it. She wrapped her leg around his leg.
I'm about to give my shirt to Doja Cat.
She wrapped her leg around his leg, bro. Like, bro, look at this. This is crazy. This is crazy, bro. I don't want to hear nothing about, man. Y'all make men the bad guy so many dang times. And I ain't gonna lie, I was with y'all. The first watch through, I said, dang, she do look kind of like, she look a little uncomfortable. She looking like, okay, what you doing, my boy? And he just, Doja, we love you, Doja. Doja. But then I'm looking at this, I said, bro, she matching his energy. And then she said, you smell good. Ain't nobody tell you to tell him that you smell good. So I can't, I can't roll with this. It's got 49,000 likes. You got nearly 2 million views. I can't roll with this. At first I was like, oh, I'm not a woman. Let me see the size. After seeing that, I'm not going, bro. I'm not going, dog. You could tell she was uncomfortable. Oh, here it is. I thought I was tweaking. I said she got her leg wrapped around his leg. What are we talking about, bro? Come on, bro. I don't care how you feel about Doja Cat. This was the tweet that made me want to talk about this. I don't care how you feel about Doja Cat. Don't be pretending, smiling, and playing along with the guy who's making you uncomfortable. Isn't a universal experience for women at nightclubs. This wasn't it. This wasn't the one I was thinking about. This still ain't. I'm still not going, bro. She wrapped her leg around his leg. It's one thing to go, oh, thank you. It's one thing to do that. It's another thing when they touchy to even like, oh, thank you so much. What's your name? Oh, thank you. What's your Instagram? Thank you. It's one thing to do that versus, you know what I mean? What she did of like literally wrapping her leg around his leg and saying you smell so good. And then being like, you musty in front of your what? Hold on. In front of your 6 million followers saying you musty. I think there's a bit difference here. Like at some point, bro, like it gets to a point, dude. If I send you this, you stink and I'm scared to tell you in person. See, now I ain't gonna lie. Like I say, the smiling, the taking the shirt. Oh, thank you. All of that could be playing along, making the uncomfortable situation, you know what I'm saying, passing by so you could survive through the moment and get through it and be like, that dude gave me the ick. Ooh, But like wrapping your leg around his leg is crazy. It's crazy. I'm not going. It gets to a point, dude. The best friend of the Doja Cat fan responded to her tweets. Okay, here we go. Let's see what Buddy had to say.
Doja Cat, Amala, really? The fact that she posted this publicly, talking about my best friend, literally giving her a shirt, manhandled, when she was all up on all of these people inside the club that we were literally at. And then her going on and saying he didn't even know my real name. Girl, your name is Doja Cat. Everyone knows you as Doja Cat. Lady Gaga, her real name is Stefani. No one calls her Stefani. And her tweeting, I threw out that musty shirt away. Then why accept it? Like, hello? When we were at the club, I literally asked for a photo. She said no in a bitchy way. And I was like, okay, I backed off. So why couldn't she do that again? And that Doja's being so hella weird on Twitter. This is not the first time she's being weird with her fans, so it wouldn't surprise me. Maybe an album's coming or something, because, baby, she's seeking attention. Also, her saying she was uncomfortable when literally this was her the whole video. And then when they hugged, you can literally see in the video, she puts her leg onto him while she's hugging him. And when she walks away, he's like, I love you, blah, blah, kiss. And it's so nice to see people actually have a brain cell and not just glazing Doja, because like, this is real.
I ain't gonna lie, this is how you ride for your friend. If your friend getting kicked on the internet in front of 6 million followers, hold on, where we at with it? In front of 6 million followers, this is how your friend is supposed to defend you. It's 6 million versus us. I got you. That's how you do it. This is the friend of the year, man. Friend of the weekend candidate right here.
Where was she uncomfortable? We were all in the same club. She could have said no, like she said no to so many people, me included, outside the club. But now it's a problem? I just think it's actually so freaking wild what some people will do. Because it's like, girl, you could have just said no or could have thrown away the shirt and not tweeted about it. Like, let's be so freaking for real. But then again,
100%. You may have to say that musty shirt. Like, you got 6 million followers, bro. Like, that's mad embarrassing. It's mad people who probably ain't even see the original video. You know what I'm saying? Like, I saw the original video when it popped up or whatever, and I was like, oh, okay, just a little. It was like, you know what I'm saying? One of those random things that pop up in your algorithm because mad people liked it. And you just keep scrolling and go about your day. That's all it was for me. Like, I would have made a video about it if I thought it was so, like, noteworthy and iconic. But since you said something with your 6 million followers, it's noteworthy now. And I ain't gonna lie to you. I'll say this too. I rock with Doja heavy. Music-wise, oh, yeah. I got multiple videos dating back to like 2018 of me just being like, Doja Cat is so talented. She's so good. I had that video of her performance in Miami one time and stuff like that. And I wanted to ask her who she was listening to because I know she's really tapped into the underground. Security would not let me ask the question. They was like, hey, bro, you can't keep, you gotta chill out or it's going to be a problem. And I ain't feel like testing them that night. I let him have it. But, you know, and then it turned out that she was listening to one of the people when she released her, like, this album listening minutes and stuff like that in the year. She had Caribou up there. I want to know if she was listening to Caribou and Alicia. But yeah, this is crazy. This is wild. Like, you went out of your way to like be rude about it, in my opinion, in this particular situation. We don't know these people. I think in response to the best friend and saying like, why didn't you just say no? Like you said no to me in the club, but outside the club it's a problem. Maybe, like, you know what I'm saying? Folks' feelings change, bro. Sometimes you in the mood to do stuff. Sometimes you like, man, okay, I am famous. Like, I can't just be like no to everybody, bro. Like, sometimes you might want to be nice to one person and show a nice deed on camera because it's gonna go viral and it's good PR. Doja Cat can use some good PR because she be self-tainting her image on purpose. When gets that's implied in self-harm, but she taints her image on purpose to get rid of a lot of pressure that she has of being like a super mega star in music and things of that sort. So it doesn't really work all the way. I mean, I think it hit her a little bit, but when you're at that level, like, I remember she lost like 5 million followers one time, but she has on Instagram, but she has like 20 million followers. So like, what does that do? Hold on, let me make sure. Instagram, and then we're gonna move on to the next thing. Yeah, she has, when it slows up, she has nearly 25 million followers. So when she lost like 2 million followers, like, it doesn't really do much. But yeah.
and she did delete the tweets. Let's not say why, because she know damn well.
She deleted the tweets because of brand purposes. Okay, all right, next thing, man. New York kids moving to the South. This is from Tony.
I dead ass can't stand it down here. Like, y'all got too many trees and too much grass to me. Like, I'm straight out of New York. Brooklyn, Bed-Stuy. Boom. The hell is you talking about? Like,
Wow. I can't wait to eat. I'm hungry.
That's what y'all eat down
Yo, this man playing New York State about at lunch.
here for lunch?
Yeah.
Hey, yo, that's stupid. In New York,
Wow.
we was eating on chicken noodle soup. Chicken noodle soup. Chicken noodle soup. With a soda on the top. The hell is you talking about?
Why you gotta be so aggressive?
Y'all still working on the Pythagorean theorem in high school? That's stupid. In New York, we was already dissecting Albert Einstein's brain. What are you talking about, dummy?
Oh my God, y'all! My mama bought me a new iPhone for my birthday.
And we been had that iPhone in New York. What the hell is you talking about? Catch up. Us we on the iPhone.
Who asked you?
York. Like dead ass, I miss New York. So,
Okay, then why don't you just move back?
because my mama got a good paying job.
All right, then shut up.
Hey, yo. Hey man, shout out to Tony. That was hilarious. But that's really how it was, bro. As a kid, like they used to just talk about it. Man, let it get cold in the South. Oh my goodness, bro. They make you just seem like the weakest person ever. It's like people watching. I remember watching basketball because I grew up in like the mass flopping era. I'm talking about Manu Ginobili, LeBron James, like, you know what I'm saying? You think it's bad now, boy, it was bad in the mid 2000s, bro. So that's when I grew up. So, my OGs, my uncles and stuff like that, it was Bill Lambier, Larry Bird, and Dr. J squaring up on the court, Daryl Dawkins throwing haymakers on the court, things of that sort. So they like, man, the game's house out, the game's house out, the game's house out. And it was exactly like that with New Yorkers, bro. New Yorkers are same age, bro. Come down to our school in 3rd grade, 4th grade, 5th grade. It get cold in the South. Boy, you put on a jacket. Man, this ain't even cold. This ain't even, man, we wake up. We had 20 inches of snow waking up in the morning. We had to shovel the thing just to open the door. It's like, bro, like, I do not care. I'm cold, bro. It was like this rites of passage, bro. It's like, you'll never make it in New York. I don't want to live in New York. I live in Georgia, bro. Like, chill, bro. Like, it's never been that serious, but they brag about everything. They like, New York is the best. New York this, New York that. And it's like, bro, we do not care, bro. We just trying to make it through 4th grade, bro. We just trying to get to lunch. We just trying to do this. Everything just better in New York, and Georgia is the worst, and North Carolina is the worst, and Mississippi is the worst, and everything's boring down south. Like, we do not care, bro. And if it's so bad, just move back, dog. Like, I remember Kai be doing that. Kai Sinat, when he first moved down, they was like, ATL born, Atlanta born, this and that. It's like, okay, bro, go back to New York. And now Kai tried to go back to New York to stream once he made it. He said, I can't lie, chat. I can't go back to New York. It's too many people up there. It's too crowded, bro. That's why he came back to Atlanta, because Atlanta more chill, Atlanta more spaced out. We got more land, more trees, things of that sort. The actual city is a bit crowded, but ain't as crowded as New York or LA. So there's that. Tony, this was hilarious. This was a great skit. This is a couple years old. I saw it and I wanted to react to it tonight. I seen Tony like last week. And when I seen him, I dapped him up because I talked to him like a year before or 2 years before. And I was like, yo, I seen you one time and I said, what's up to you? And I thought I interviewed you, but I didn't. I just said, what's up to you? And I was like, I really like your stuff. I appreciate you. Keep going. And he was just like, oh, okay, for sure. And then I kept walking and I was like, I realized how stupid that sounded. It sounded much less stupid in my head. I apologize for wasting your time telling you that story. And he's just laughing. He kept moving. So nice guy. Shout out to Tony. Yeah, so now you guys get to hear the irrelevant story as well. Now for the moment that some of you have been waiting for. Dun, dun, dun. Voting. It's my first vote on camera. First vote of the year. So yeah, we're gonna get to it, bro. We're gonna get to it. And let me pull up stat leaders, everything like that. I'm gonna do the due diligence, things of that sort. You know what I mean? And we're gonna do it like that, bro. All right, cool beans. So front court, you add up to 10 play. Oh, there's no conferences. You just go. Hey, all right, let's do it then. Front court, you gotta go Asia Wilson, right? All right, we're gonna go to so Nafisa Collier is leading the league in scoring. Kelsey Plum is second in the league in scoring this year. Sheesh. Asia Wilson's 3. Slim is 4. Okay, Slim. Alicia Gray 6. That doesn't surprise me. Satu been healthy, playing all her games. Know what I mean? We know what she can do as a unicorn, you know what I'm saying? All right. Oh, Ryan Howard's top 10 in scoring. Hey, okay, Ryan. All right, anyways, I'm getting a little carried away. Let's get back to it. Fee got to be my first vote this year, front court. Let's go. Second front court. Asia Wilson. Okay, third front court. Who we going with, y'all? Who we going with, chat? Who we going with, chat? Third front court. Should I go Satu? Should I go Kiki Iriafen? All right. Angel Reese is leading the league in rebounds. We know about her offensive scoring struggles right now. JJ. How much is JJ averaging with points and stuff? 13.9 points a game. They're a pretty good team right now, too. Oh, Bree Jones. I ain't gonna lie to you. Bree Jones might have to get a vote from me for sure. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Isn't she like leading the league in double doubles? Where Bree Jones at? There she is. Bree Jones. All right, I'm gonna have to give it to JJ, bro. If I go Bree Jones, look at the averages. Got to give it to Bree Jones and John Quell Jones. I mean, all right. I want to give Kiki a vote. Let me see what the Sparks are doing. Los Angeles Sparks. Let me see their record. Because I don't think they deserve 2 All-Stars at 4-8. So, De'Erica, I'm sorry. Mob County, Mayretta, Legend. I cannot do it. I'm not going to lie to you. I can't do it, bro. All right. Let me see what is Kiki averaging. Kiki is averaging 14, 6, 15, and 9. What's their record? I'm not gonna lie. Kiki might have to be an all-star this year, bro. Kiki might just have to be an all-star this year, dog. Hold on, let me see. They're 4-6. All right, hey, we can go one all-star for Washington, bro. What's Citron averaging? Let me see. Sonia Citron. I think one of them. Oh, Slim. I'm tweaking. Should Slim get it? Should Slim get the one all-star spot? Citron, I'm sorry. So it's between, for me, Kiki and Slim. Slim is averaging 24. She playing like an all-star. I ain't gonna lie to you. So I think for my Sparks rule, I'm gonna go with Washington, right? Washington, I can't let 2 all-stars get in. So no Kiki. Sorry, Kiki. But we gonna go with Slim in the backcourt when we get to the backcourt. All right. Oh, okay. So we go Unicorn, Satu, and then we go Stewie. How many games has Stewie played before I just vote for Stewie? Has she played enough games? How many games has Stewie played this year? Hold on. I'm about to pull it up. Oh, I'm tripping. Should I go here? No. We're going to go Stewie. How many games has she played? She's played 9 games this season. I think they out of like 11 possible or something like that. Hold on, let me see. What's New York's record? Give me a second. New York Liberty. Oh, they played 10 games. So she's played 9 out of 10 games. Okay, Stewie for sure then. All right, we got Stewie. From my last spot in the front court. Stewie, where you at? There you are. All right, we got it locked in, man. Here's my front court. Fee, Asia Wilson, Bree Jones, John Quell Jones, Satu Sabli, and Stewie. My back court, we got to go Slim. I got to go Leash. I ain't gonna lie, gotta go CC, bro. way she came today was crazy. Kelsey Plum. Paige is averaging 17. Gosh, Lee. All right. Now I feel like we gotta go to the drawing board for this one. Final spot, final guard spot. What is Kelsey Plum averaging, bro? 6 assists. Oh, Scott, we don't have nobody from Seattle. Seattle might have to get that look. I ain't gonna lie to you. We don't have nobody from Golden State. I'm sorry, Kayla. We got some dogs in the conversation. Let me see Seattle's record. Seattle 6-5. They're above 500. Let me see the standings. I don't know why Google still puts them in conferences. All right, so Minnesota's number 1. We got someone from Minnesota. We got 2 from New York. We got 1 from Atlanta. We got 1 from Phoenix. We got 1 from Vegas. No one from Seattle. We got 1 from Indiana. We got 1 from Washington. No one from LA. No one from Connecticut. No one from Chicago. No one from Dallas. All right, I think you got to go Skylar Diggins-Smith to give Seattle somebody. And that's my first ballot, y'all. That's my first ballot. So we're going to go Skylar Diggins. Did I say Skylar Diggins-Smith? I might have, just off of my bad, Skylar. But yeah, that's who we going with. My first ballot. First ballot, man. That's what I'm going with, man. I feel good about this. Very tight. Very tight. I ain't going to hold you. Pause. Oh, yeah, but that's, hey. Let the conversations begin, man. We're about to submit this. I guess I switched the screens now to submit my votes. I heard y'all was like hacking people's emails and stuff like that. It's just crazy to like vote for Caitlin Clark. That's crazy. I'm not a robot. Submit my votes. My votes have been submitted, man. Vote here again tomorrow. There it is. You guys seen it. The past couple years, I've applied for WNBA All-Star credentials and I've received them, and I haven't shown up because my job, I would apply for them through my job, and then my job would be like, yeah, you can go. And then right when it's time to go, they'll be like, no, we don't want to spend money on that. Ooh, this and that. So now that I'm independent and I'm getting in independently, I can go. However, I done spent so much money on the BET trip, and I got another trip that I planned, like a little quick thing, whatever, for content. Is the reason why I wanted to go up to Toronto actually for the Kendrick show. That's a whole, I don't know if I ever said that publicly, but I wanted to do that for content and for like a video and stuff. It was gonna be crazy. It was gonna be crazy, but bro, it's only. I moved this year, so the budget was just a little tighter. Budget was just a little tighter than what it usually is. But after I think a year of stability and things of that sort, kind of just not moving for 1 year, just paying one rent, one bill for 1 year, I think I should be good. Speaking of bills, it's the 15th. I probably have my power bill coming up soon, like the 18th. I think I set a reminder for that. I'm thinking out loud. But yeah. Yeah, dude. I'm hoping my money is a little more stable and stuff like that at this point next year, so I could go to everything. I want to go to everything. I want to go to DreamCon. I want to go to All-Star. I want to go to, what's another thing that I don't usually go to that I like to go to? That's pretty much it, honestly. And then any other like like a thing like a Kendrick in Toronto would be something I would want to do. Example. And of course, I want to go back to BET. That's like become like a tradition at this point. 4 years in a row, it's tradition at this point. Next, college recruiting. I seen this video of this kid doing this, and everybody was like hyping him up and stuff. And someone said, I would absolutely hate recruiting if I was a college football coach. and I seen this and I just resonated with it so well. If you guys seen, check out, if you haven't seen it on my channel, I did a short. I uploaded a short of Ray and Davis, their first AAU game. They won it, and it was at Shiloh High School here in Metro Atlanta and things of that sort. So I went to the game and stuff, and it was like I was surrounded by like all the kids, all the high schoolers and stuff. And the older I get, the more disconnected I feel from the kids, from the youth. And I guess that's a good thing. That's a sign of growth, and it's also a sign of just like getting older. I remember when I first graduated college, and I was working as a younger professional journalist covering high school sports, and they would call me like sir and Mr. Milligan and things of that. And like it felt weird. That was the first time I was called like Mr. Milligan in my life, or Mr. Rashad, whatever the case might be, Mr. And I felt weird because I was like, yo, I'm not that far away from you in age. And I understood like what they listened to. I understood how like high schoolers acted because I was just in high school like 5 years prior. But now there's definitely a gap. Now I've been out of high school for a little minute, probably like almost feels like 15 years, but it ain't been no 15 years. It's 2025, so it's been 12 years since I've been. That's a lot. Is it closer to 15? No, it's not. But I've been out of high school for a long time now. Excuse me, and I feel the gap, like the disconnect. And I say that to say, if I feel it now at 30, imagine what a 60-year-old college football. Come on, bro. Like, oh my goodness, this has got to be. I don't care how cool Lane Kiffin acts. There's a disconnect there, bro. I don't care how cool Lane Kiffin acts, bro. I don't care how cool, Les Miles little 360 video where he's doing this with the recruit who didn't even commit to LSU. It makes sense, bro. Les Miles, I'm tripping. The Kelly joint, it makes sense now, bro. The older you get, it's just gonna be a natural disconnect. Like there's no, when I get older, I'm gonna be the older cool person. I'm gonna know all the things. Nope. It ain't gonna happen like that. But even if you're tapped in and you're one of the cooler older people, there's still gonna be just small things that you just disconnect with. It just is what it is. Like even if I was on TikTok and I knew all the TikTok trends and all the TikTok dances, and I come up looking like Bieber. And Bieber, you guys seen the video of Bieber? Like, what did he say? He said, "Don't clock. Are you not clocking that I'm standing on business right now?" Justin Bieber, what are you talking about, bro? I don't know what he's talking about, but salute to Justin Bieber. Shout out to Bieber. Shout out Playboy Cardi, man. Told her I'm big like Bieber. She ain't believe me. I was at shout out in Cleveland. Shout out, I'm bleeding. Kyron Samuels. Kids will do all of this just to throw your hat in the crowd on signing day and Millie Rock while signing to your rival. 100%, bro. 100%. This is a lot. But this is like the typical recruiting trip. You know what I'm saying? So to do this and to make your kid feel suspicious, like it's a lot, bro. It's a lot, man. It's a lot, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's funny. Okay. All right. Cool beans. But salute to the young man, Tristan Keys. I wish the best for you. But when I was a kid, dog, I gotta go back to this. When I was a kid, looking at high schoolers, first of all, I looked at high schoolers like they were adults, because it was like all the movies and stuff like that. High school, and they got like 30-year-old actors and actresses playing high schoolers, High School Musical. Like Lucas Gabriel was like what, 25 when he was doing High School Musical? Lucas Gabriel. Let me see this. because now I want to know. Lucas Gabriel's 40, so he's 10 years older than me. And High School Musical, the first one came out in 06. So 06, I was 11 when first High School Musical came out. So he was 21. So that's not that bad. That's not that bad, but it's definitely some 25-year-olds, 26-year-olds, 30-year-olds playing high schoolers and teenagers on movies and TV shows. So when you see that, bro, like you looking at that as a kid, like, okay, these are adults, because it's actual adults playing high schoolers and kids, little kids and things of that sort, right? So that's what's going on. First of all. Second of all, they were smoking cigarettes, they driving cars, and they got jobs. So I'm like, dang, they got responsibilities. They paying the bills. They smoking cigarettes. They cussing. They driving to and from work. They driving to and from school. Like, these are adults. I'm looking at it like that, first of all. Second of all, college football was just like, it was pretty much like the NFL as a kid. Like, as a little kid, you looking at them like they're so good, especially high D1, SEC schools and stuff like that. You know, Reggie Bush and Matt Leinart, like USC with Snoop Dogg and Pete Carroll and stuff like that on the sidelines, bro. It was like, for me as a kid, that was the equivalent to an NFL team. Like, and back then, it was just like, I think with the internet, you just have so many more options of entertainment and things of that sort. But like back then, I felt like stars, especially on the collegiate level, were really stars. And Johnny Manziel was a star too in the internet era. And I'm trying to think of anybody else on the football level. I think Joe Burrow might have been. Shador. I'm tripping. Shador and them boys, Shador and Travis, they were two big college stars and stuff like that. But before Shador and Travis, there hasn't been a major college football star that's just like, whew, like Manziel and them boys. Like, I think Johnny Football might be the closest. Joey Football, Joe Burrow might be like the closest thing to that, bro. Joey Burrow, dog. He might be the closest thing to it. But I say that to say, like, there were like these larger than life, mythical kind of college football rock star type of figures, and college football was it felt grand and large. And obviously it's still big. Like, it's always going to be big because you have them in college towns where they don't have professional teams. So their professional teams are Alabama, Auburn, Tennessee, UGA. Like, those are going to be their teams, right? It makes sense. Ohio State, et cetera, et cetera. Like, so I get it. But at the same time, it's just like, now as an adult and older than college kids, now I'm starting to look at the high school recruits as genuine just kids. I remember reporting and stuff like that. Like I said, young, fresh out of school, 5 years removed from college. And one of the coaches was like, yo, these is kids at the end of the day, what are done. But like, I'm seeing the guys like do workouts. They got, deeper voices and everything like that going through. What I'm saying? Like, being older, having all these offers and just doing crazy things on the field, like pick the ball off, then flip and play quarterback and throw a touchdown the next play. Like, what I'm saying? Kids would just be so different and stuff like that I would look at them personally like as someone who's like my age, but they're like, nah, these are still children. And I'm like, they don't look like no children. They don't sound like no children, this and that. And I say all that to say, now older, more removed from high school and things of that sort, I see what they're talking about. These are just kids, bro. These are just kids at the end of the day. Like, they're extremely talented. They got bright futures. Like this young man, Tristan Keys, he might go to be Malik Neighbors in 6 years, right? But right now, with all the attention, with all the, love on his recruiting visits, he is just a kid, bro. He is still just a kid. And he, this how kids act, man. This how kids act at the dance. This how kids act in their room. You know what I'm saying? He's just a kid at the end of the day. So shout out all the kids. Best Godspeed to this man and his career. Things of that sort. The last thing, I got to an hour. I didn't know I was going to get to an hour today. Before this, But now I'm gonna just react to some stuff because it's very interesting, man. Shout out to Zack D Films. It just comes up with the craziest concepts, and I just wanted to react to a couple of the videos. So yeah, which one? I'll start right here.
As the heavy ball rolled over them, the landmines would explode. It would be built from nearly 200 bamboo arms with large plates on the ends. A tracker in the center would guide it across minefields, and its weight would detonate the mines buried underground. It could handle the force of several explosions before it needed to return for repairs. This ball could replace those who risked their lives doing this job. As the heavy ball rolled over them, the landmines would explode.
Oh, what this man be talking about, bro?
He opened the package and pulled out a sleek-looking headset with no branding, only a QR code. He scanned it, downloaded the game, and hit launch. He hesitated for a moment, but decided to put on the headset. Immediate bright flashes filled his vision, a loud, deafening tone, then everything went black. He woke up on his floor, dying of thirst and hopelessly confused. His phone buzzed and he picked it up. 55 missed calls, hundreds of texts. He looked at the date. 2 days had gone by. He scrolled through the messages. Please turn yourself in. How could you? Why?
What?
His mom's message read, I still love you, but you have to go to the cops. One message included a video link. He clicked it. It was him, lighting a house on fire. He was committing multiple terrible crimes. But when he turned to get the headset, it was gone, along with his computer. Sirens approached. Red and blue flooded his room, heart beating out of his chest. His eyes caught the back door, and he decided to run.
So the police. So he did what he did. He was knocked out for 2 days, and the police just happened to come right when he woke up. And he woke up in the same. He woke up in the same place. You know what I'm saying? He woke up in the same place where he already was.
When he saws through the assistant, you would expect blood and guts to spill onto the floor. But when the box is placed over her, the magician blocks her feet from the view of the audience. And within a few seconds, the assistant pulls her legs up and squishes her whole body into the first half. At the same time, her feet are replaced with remote-controlled ones in the second half. And when the saw blade comes down, it looks like she's being sliced in half, with the legs wiggling. But the blade never actually touches her. When he saws through the assistant, you would expect blood and guts to spill onto the...
You mean they don't really cut him in half? That's funny.
If your mouth was permanently sealed shut, doctors would insert a tube through your nose, going all the way down to your stomach. Then liquid food would flow through the tube and straight into your gut. Now, since you can't breathe through your mouth, your nose would have to take over. But if it got clogged, doctors would cut a small hole in your neck and insert a tube. This would allow air to go straight into your windpipe, so you could breathe without using your nose. Eventually, they would make an incision in your torso and place a permanent feeding tube directly into your stomach. If your mouth was permanently sealed...
Oh, Lord. Well, oh, my goodness. This some different stuff. This is a bit different.
If your kitten grew to the size of a tiger, you might think it would be cute, but it would weigh over 600 pounds, and unlike a wild animal, it wouldn't be afraid of you. A single pounce would be enough to shatter your ribcage, and a gentle bite would crush your bones. As it played, it would bat your head like a toy, breaking your neck, and when it got tired, it could curl up on your chest, slowly choking you to death. If your kitten grew to the size of a tiger...
Yo, so I know a cat person, and I want to send that to them, but I know, like, I would be blocked.
If you jumped out and aimed for a giant trampoline, you might think it would bounce you hundreds of feet back up into the air. But in reality, hitting the trampoline at that speed would feel like slamming into concrete. The force would cause the fabric to rip instantly, and the springs and metal poles would bend and snap from the impact. You wouldn't even bounce, you just crash straight through to the ground. If you jumped out,
I did not know that. Thank you. Thank you so much, Zack D Films.
If you pulled out your femur and got a splinter from it, would your body reject it like a normal splinter? Well, the bone is made up of your cells, meaning your immune system wouldn't see it as a foreign object. Instead, it would become part of your finger as your skin grew around it. And if it was really small, your body would start to break down the bone cells. These would be absorbed into your blood, meaning the splinter would totally disappear. If you pulled out your femur and got a splinter from it, would your body reject it?
Your bones become splinter.
Nurses would shine a lamp on the baby's skin through a stencil with its initials. This lamp would gently burn the letters onto the baby, leaving a faint glowing mark that looked like a secret code. It let nurses quickly match each child with their mom, avoiding accidental mix-ups in the chaos of the nursery. But it never caught on, since a soft reusable bracelet did the same thing without burning the baby. Nurses would shine a lamp on the baby. As it stepped onto the pressure plate, the weight would set off a spring-loaded trigger. This would fire a gun, sending a bullet straight at the rodent. The sound would alert the owner that the trap had gone off, so they could dispose of the mouse and reset the trap. But if a person accidentally stepped on it, the bullet would shoot them in the foot, which is why this device never really caught on.
Yikes.
As it stepped onto
Yikes.
If you stuck a long sword out of a car aiming for a tree, the sword would obviously snap and rip from your hands. But what if the sword is unbreakable, you have an indestructible grip, and your body is physically immovable? Well, the force would then transfer to the car. It would screech to a halt as the sword hits. But what if the car can't stop and is forced to keep moving? Now the tree should split in half. But if the tree is indestructible too, with no way to break, bend, or stop, the energy has nowhere to escape. Would this unleash a massive shockwave as powerful as a nuclear explosion? Or worse, something reality itself isn't equipped to contain? If you stuck a long...
Interesting.
The whale swallowed the man and his kayak whole. Before he could react, he was inside the whale's mouth, surrounded by darkness and thick, slimy rows of teeth. For a few terrifying moments, its massive jaws closed, trapping him inside. Then, just as suddenly, the whale spit him back out, and the man swam away completely unharmed. The whale swallowed the...
Why you be thinking about this stuff, bro? I got the last couple ones and then we out of here. I might react to a couple TikToks.
As she took the photo, a shotgun shell suddenly exploded from the camera. The pellets lodged themselves into the woman's leg, and the photographer was immediately arrested. Police questioned her and were shocked by her story. You see, her boyfriend had given her the camera, telling her to follow a jewel thief. He said it would take X-ray images, revealing the stolen gems. But the thief was actually the man's ex-wife, and she didn't steal any jewelry. The man was tracked down by police and killed in a shootout, and his ex-wife lost her leg to the injuries. As she took the
Lord, have mercy. Oh, that's crazy.
When you rub a balloon on your head, tiny electric charges move to your body, giving you the power to zap your friends. But how big would the balloon have to be for you to make lightning? Well, if the balloon was the size of a car, it would only power a flashlight for a second. Grow it to the size of a mansion, and you could actually charge your phone. But you would need a balloon the size of Earth, rubbed across your head millions of times just to make a single lightning bolt. When you rub a balloon on your...
That's crazy. That's crazy. All right. I'm going to react to these TikToks, and then we will be out of here. I said, care about you. I said, care about you. I said, care about you. me see.
Let's hear it for the band of the year.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Hey, yo.
What they don't tell you is you need a certain level of XP to certain types of women. Gee, I ain't gonna cap it down to you. I fuck with this one anime girl, man. And I was like, oh yeah, she gonna be chill.
I gotta watch that later because of music. But yeah. The other one was crazy. You all take care of yourselves, man. Y'all have a great Father's Day. If you lost your father or don't know your father or have a strained relationship with the father, I hope that you get through the day smoothly and things of that sort. If you know your dad and you got your dad's number and your dad's still around, hit up your father, spend some time with him, hang out with him, let him know you appreciate him, everything like that. You know what I'm saying? Shout out all the fathers out there. Salute to all the active fathers out there that I got subscribed to the channel. Y'all boys keep doing y'all thing. And yeah, I think that's all I got. Have a good morning, have a good afternoon, have a good day, have a good evening, have a good night. If nobody else told you today, I care for you. My name is Rashad Milligan. This is the Road to 5K subs. I will see you all tomorrow.
That's for losers, man. I don't get involved in that stuff, but
Angel Rashad Milligan rolling out.
That's a good question.
Brandon, we can't ask Rashad questions.
Hey, Rashad.